All right, I'm really excited because I rarely get him in any of my videos. And this is my son Anders, who's a junior in high school.
Yep.
And just finished his football season. So right now he's not in class or at football, so he gets to make Friendsgiving with me. So
Yes, I
I'm
do.
very excited about that. He loves anything.
Cheesecake.
He loves anything pumpkin, and he loves cheesecake. So today we're going to do a combination of that. I looked online, found a bunch of recipes, and I think I've whittled it down to a combination of a couple that I think we're going to try, and it's going to be fantastic for tonight. And thank goodness this guy has been, I mean, a little while ago he had grease up his arms because he'd been working on 2 different generators trying to get us power. So we've got power. We might not have internet yet, but we've got power. So here we go. I did this last night, and this is something you can do in advance. So you need a spring-form pan. I made the crust yesterday so that it would completely cool. And frankly, because sometimes you don't have the margin or bandwidth to do it all one day, and it's nice to do things in advance. So what I did is I took 18 or 19 graham crackers. I put them in my Cuisinart. To that, I added 8 tablespoons of melted butter, a tablespoon of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. What I did is I whipped that in the Cuisinart, take that out, and in my springform pan, I pressed it. And then I pressed it a couple of inches up the sides. The reason is because you kind of like a cheesecake where the crust comes up the back. Baked this at 325 for about 8 to 10 minutes, pulled it out, and I let it cool. Now we're going to do the inside. So what we've done is what we've got here, Anders, I know you love cream cheese. So we have 3 blocks of cream cheese that we've let soften, which means we just took it out of the fridge a few hours ago and we've let them get really soft. Then you're going to take a can, I don't know, I can't read without glasses, but I think it's just a 15-ounce normal can of pure pumpkin. If you'll put that in there, that'll be awesome. And then 4 large eggs that our chickens gave us. Dump those in. I'm gonna have you mix all of this up. We're also going to have, we've got about a cup and a half of light brown sugar. So we're gonna add that. I think you got it.
Yes, it's tough with the shape of the spatula.
I know. And if you bang the spatula, it'll come right off. It's okay if it doesn't all come out. Here, let me get that for you. Perfect. Cup and a half of light brown sugar. We're gonna dump that in there. Now what I want you to do is take that mixer and start beating that. Stick it in before you start it. Yep, now start it. A little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Okay, to that we are going to add 2 tablespoons of flour and a teaspoon and a half, no, 2.5 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. And I always have this on hand because I add extra pumpkin pie spice to my pumpkin pies. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. Just gonna add that. You can turn it up higher. Yeah, you can go as high as you want. All right. And then a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Okay, I think that is good. You want to turn it off? Perfect. All right. Now what we are going to do, we're going to take this. Ready?
Yep.
I want you to pour that into here. Perfect. Okay, you can stop. So I don't want it to get too high. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And I'm going to kind of do this. It's okay. You kind of want to set it down a few times just to get rid of any air bubbles. You can see a couple of air bubbles popping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see how it's doing that? The thing with cheesecake is you just don't want them cracking all over the top.
You want them to be nice and smooth.
Will you open the oven? So we're putting this in. In it is also going a loaf pan, really hot water is going to go in this. The steam is going to help it so it doesn't crack as well. So that goes in at the same time.
Never knew that.
Yeah. And here, this is going to go at 350 degrees. for about an hour, 325 for about an hour. So, and then we'll check back, take it out, let it settle, and then we'll put it in the fridge, maybe make some heavy whipped cream to put on top, and it's going to be a fantastic dessert. So we had to switch the cheesecake into the big oven because you know when stuff from a prior cooking has gotten on the bottom and everything smokes? That happened. Again, adjust and pivot. And you want it to be a little jiggly in the middle, which it is. No cracking. So exciting. And there we go.